Welcome. Tim Bartz here, McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas, live with you on this Tuesday night right after Labor Day. Hope you guys had a great Labor Day. So I want to invite in everybody that's here. Of course, welcome all the subscribers and the members in the chat. And don't forget, if you're not subscribed to the channel, to hit that red subscribe button down below so you can get subscribed to the channel and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when we go live on our next video. So also, shout out to our members. So our members are in there. You can see with their different logo there. In fact, right now, I want the members to stand up. I want you to go in there and I want you to put your favorite emoticon. Now, the members do have 3 emoticons that everybody else does not have access to. So I want you to go down, click on that, and I want you to post your favorite emoticon. Let's let the group in the chat know that the members are present here tonight, and pop that in there. And I want to see your favorite emoticon, something different this week. So I want to get those members because some of you members don't always chat with everybody. So I want all the members, even if you don't chat with us, drop in your favorite emoticon down there of your choice, whether it be one of the free ones that you get from being a member or not, but throw those down there. Now, if you're watching this and you want to become a member, you can. You just hit the membership. Oops, forgot my stream deck's not working today, so give me a second. So if you want to become a member, you just go ahead and you can hit that join button right beside the subscribe. It should be grayed out if you're subscribed to the YouTube channel. If not, it's going to be red there. Hit that join button, learn a little bit more about the subscription or the membership program there, what's included, how much the cost is right there and everything. And then if you do not see that there, you're probably on an iOS device like maybe a phone, an iPhone, or maybe even you might also be maybe on an iPad. You won't be able to see that. So for you to see that, do check this out. I got this little video here. So you're going to see right over there is you go to your Safari or Google browser and you can go ahead and then subscribe. So if you go there, you won't be able to see it. So it's still hidden. It should be down there by the subscribe. It's not there. If you go up to the A's in the left-hand corner and go to your desktop website, then it's going to refresh, and then that join button will populate right there. As you can see, it's right there in the corner. So there you go. That's how you want to do that. Now, don't forget, we are also recording this as a podcast on your favorite podcasting streaming platforms. Of course, there's a bunch of them out available. Of course, hopefully you found your own favorite and you can listen to this. Or maybe if you're watching it on YouTube, you can re-listen to it on your favorite podcasting. Just Google FordVideoGuy. Some of them it may be 3 separate words. Some of them may be all one word with no spaces. But you can find it there as well. So hopefully you do. Now, if you're listening to the podcast and you want to go check it out live and put your own live question in on the chat, then come on over. You can do that as well on Tuesday nights, 7 p.m. right here on our YouTube channel, which is linked in the description of the podcasting platform. Thank you, Raymond, for becoming a member. And also, I think we had, let's see, Jolly Green there, a member for 7 months. I had a question. Said, hi there. Be time to talk about the Mach-E and Lightning and Escape plugin delivery now to December if people qualify for the $7,500 tax rebate and after. We might talk a little bit about Lightning here. We'll definitely talk about Lightning. Wasn't planning on talking about Mach-E and such, but we might be able to see what we can plan and throw in there. Always love being just thrown out and figure things out there as we go along. Now, don't forget to videos that went live this last week. We had quite a few. We didn't have one go live Saturday and Sunday or Monday, but we did have last week the 23 Ranger XL complete guide video went live, as well as the 23 Ranger XLT complete guide video went live. And we had 2 videos went live on Friday. One was on the Lightning survey email, which we're going to talk about tonight, and the 23 Bronco update, ordering update. So some dates changed on those. They moved back. So that we're going to talk about that as well. This week, hopefully I'll get the 23 Ranger Lariat video done, as well as I haven't done a video on the changes for the 23 Edge or the Explorer or the Navigator. I realized that this weekend, and so we'll try to do those videos this week. I have a 3-day week because I'll be off Friday, Saturday for my daughter's wedding, so I'll be off then, and then we'll be at it next week again. So Jerry, and welcome to the McArthur crew. I appreciate it. So definitely check that out. And Sarah, who's always in the chat in here, hopefully she'll be in tonight. She has a video, so you want to go to one of our last videos, watch it. There's a link to our member video. You want to check. Make sure you check out all the different perks there. Let's see what else. And don't forget, we'll be on Facebook Live Thursday night, 6 p.m. that night on our Facebook. Link is always in the description to this every week. So if I'm going to be live, I'll make sure that video is here. So I've had some people say, hey, where can I find you? If you also follow us on Facebook, at Law McArthur on Facebook, you'll always get notified if you follow us there. So keep that in mind as well. And then, of course, Johnny's in the stream. I thought I saw him earlier. I think he's in the stream, and his YouTube channel is down in the description. So he's always helping the people, not only on his own channel, but even on here while I'm rambling on, he's helping people as well. So I appreciate him. And so I'd love to give him a hand too when he's able to do a video. I did have your video running earlier, but didn't get a chance to watch it and listen to it earlier. So Dana, thank you for becoming a member. 5 months now. Cool. Thank you. So, all right. Moving on, good dealer moment. I actually need some help there. Didn't have anybody send over any this week, so I don't have one for this week. So I need you to, again, give me some information. Give me those. I think maybe some people out there are like, well, you know, I'm sure he's getting a bunch of them. I'm actually not getting as many as you might think. So just when you think maybe somebody else is doing it for you, maybe it's time for you to do it. So step on up and do it. It's kind of like you see that accident on the side of the road. I'm sure somebody's called it in. Well, maybe everybody else is saying the same thing. So throw those, email those over to me to the timothybarts@gmail. I appreciate that. And then also don't forget to keep those topics coming. And I know a couple of people have sent me some topics and some ideas and some things for the live stream, and I'm not ignoring those. Sometimes I just have a plan for this week, and those don't line up, but keep sending those to me. I love getting those ideas and the feedback from you, so keep sending those as well. So, all right, let's get into scheduling. Well, we're going to get into what I think is scheduling for this week, because since the change and how things are done with Ford, with all the layoffs and everything, the person that does the scheduling for the Midwest region actually got an early retirement. That was one of the options for those that got notice on that. And so she no longer is doing those. So we have not received any emails the last 2 weeks for what's scheduling this week and any commodity constraints. So I don't have a constraint list yet. We don't really know, and other than if we have some vehicles that we need to schedule, whether or not they're doing any scheduling. So we're going to go through of what I think might be scheduling this week. I did go to the information on some of the dealers can go to and look that stuff up. And this last week, and everything was listed on there were 2 weeks ago dates. They hadn't been updated in 2 weeks. So hopefully the new person in charge gets up to speed on that and starts getting on the ball on that. But right now, it's kind of not working out. Let's just say that. All right, so Mustang. Again, not sure if it's scheduling. Oh, and by the way, this week's scheduling is still from August allocations. So if you don't have any allocations, you've used all yours for August, this week's scheduling is still using the allocations that dealers earn for August. Just so you know that September's allocations have not, we won't see that until starting next week. So just so you know that. So that's why in Mustang we have no allocations left, so we won't have anything scheduling, nothing previewing. Bronco as well. Don't think Bronco's scheduling this week or Bronco Sport. Either one. We're out of allocations on both, so I'm not sure, not able to check that. The Edge, I think, is scheduling this week. We do have 8 allocations. It does show that they're going to try to schedule 8 of our allocations this week. So we'll just have to see. Nothing was previewing today for the Edge. The Escape, we do have 8 allocations that need to be fulfilled, and it does say they're going to try to schedule those 8 this week, but none are previewing yet today. Expedition, I think they're scheduling. We do have 7 allocations to be fulfilled, and they said they're going to be scheduling 7 this week, so we'll have to just see there. Explore. We do have, I think they're scheduling Explorer as well. Again, we have 13 not committed or needs to be fulfilled, and they do say they're going to schedule those 13 this week. Now, on the F-150, I'm not sure if they're scheduling. We have 9 orders that are previewing, but it says we weren't going to be fulfilling any of ours this week, and we still have 20 that need to be fulfilled. So we'll have to see. But 9 we're previewing. Let's talk about Maverick for a second. Maverick is not scheduling. I think the 22 is over. But lo and behold, today, let me see if I can pull this up. Again, my Stream Deck's not working, so let me see if I can get this pulled up here. We had something interesting happen. So we had, where's that at? There we go. We had 15 Maverick orders scheduled today on a Tuesday, on a holiday Tuesday. So all those right there scheduled this week. Mostly EcoBoost, a couple hybrids. So I tried to look at they were all scattered. They weren't like the next ones in line. They were just kind of scattered around. We had some from the 27th. Left column shows you when the order was received or was scheduled. I think that actually that date is the COVP date. So that was entered in COVP or something. So we had some, the 2 hybrids were from November. So if you have a November, maybe your dealer can get some extra ones scheduled. I don't know. They are scheduled for the build week of most of them for 10/31. So they are trying to fulfill those last slots. So, it's hard to see. I don't know. Don't know what's going on there, but we did have some scheduled today. So maybe they're going to schedule some more and try to fill in those slots. So we may not be done with 22 scheduling yet. So that really helps us out. It gets us down under, other than the ones for the rental company, it gets us down under 100. So that's nice to have. So we don't have as many carried over to 23. Don't know information. We'll talk more about this later. For my Is It True? We'll talk a little bit more about Maverick there, but we did get 15 scheduled today. Mach-E, I think they're scheduling this week. We do have one that needs fulfilled, and they said they were going to schedule that one this week. So don't know, and I think they need to finish out 22 ordering or build dates. Ranger, not sure. We haven't had any allocations all month. I don't think Ranger was scheduling this month. And Super Duty, we don't have any allocations, so I'm not sure if it's scheduled this week or not. And then Transit and Transit Connect Van and Wagon, I don't know on those either because, again, we don't schedule those or we don't have any of those. So, welcome. I actually had a member that popped up. I want to make sure I highlight them. Jay, thank you. I won't repeat all those numbers, but thank you for becoming a member. And we got Kevin donated there. I thank you very much. Appreciate that. That'll go towards our, we'll talk here in a little bit about our trip next week, but that'll go towards our trip next week. Thank you. All right, on the Lincoln side, Aviator, not sure it's scheduling. We don't have any allocations on that, so it's hard to know for sure. Corsair, we do have 2 allocations, and 2 are supposed to be fulfilled this week, so hopefully it gets scheduled. Nautilus, we do have 7 allocations left, but it does say that we're not going to fulfill those 7 this week, so I don't know if it's scheduling. And then Navigator, we don't have any allocations, so I don't know. So I'm not really much help for you guys out there this week. Hopefully they get their things together and we can start getting those emails again like we were, letting us know what's scheduling each week. Otherwise, we'll have to skip the section. We'll all be in the guessing game there. Now let's talk about some dealer news updates. And by the way, there to the right are our agenda for tonight. Of course, we've talked about scheduling information, dealer news updates, and we'll keep going down that list over there as you can progress along with us. So this week on Friday, I did a video on the Lightning. So there was an emails that went out to everybody that has a reservation that has not received an invite to order on their Lightning yet. And that went out on September 2nd, and that pretty much, it was a survey email asking them to go ahead, and I forgot to throw those in here. I didn't mention those, but they actually are throwing this out there to get people's ideas what they were looking to order. So it was actually, I think, a good intention on this. But one of the things that they said, it was not an email to an invitation to order. It was a survey for them to fill out. So basically, and I did a video just to kind of let people know, hey, just keep in mind how you answer those questions will dictate whether or not you get an invitation to order from your reservation. Because basically what they're doing is, because the Pro version is sold out, we think it's sold out, at least it was when Wave 2 went in there to order, that because they're sold out on the Pro version, if somebody wants a Pro, they're going to skip them over and they're not going to give them an invite and let them wait until 24. So, keep that in mind. So if you're somebody that's out there and says, well, I want a Pro, but if it's not available, I want an XLT, you might want to just put in an XLT if I were you, just to look at that. So keep that in mind as well. And I could see XLT being sold out soon. Wave 3 is going to go out tomorrow. I have a little information about that for us as well. But that's kind of what the survey is about, and I get what they're doing because they're not wanting to extend these orders to or these invites to next year. What they're wanting to do is just send out invites, in a good fashion. So the example I used on the video was even last year this happened to us, where we had somebody that was invited to order. I think it was wave 3 or 4. And they were sent an invite. Well, they wanted a pro version. Pro version wasn't available. So because they received an invite, they extended it to the next year. Well, now we couldn't have another invite go out for us as a dealership for 2 weeks. So we had to wait 2 weeks. And then the next person in line got that one invite because we only got one for each of those waves. So we received one more invite went out. Well, when that invite comes out, if that person wanted an XLT, oh, it's sold out. Well, I want to extend mine to next year. Great. We still haven't fulfilled that one invite or order yet. So then we wait 2 more weeks and another one goes out. So you can kind of see that scenario of it could take a dealer a month to month and a half to 2 months to fulfill that one order that's going out or invite that's going out because everybody wants something that's sold out. So instead, they kind of want to know what everybody wants. Send out the invites to those that can order based on the configuration. So that makes a lot of sense to me. And logistically, I think it works. It makes things go out faster and gets taken care of faster. Now, with that in mind, Wave 3 is starting tomorrow. They'll have till September 30th to complete theirs. Now, we did talk to somebody today that got a Wave 1 invite, did not fulfill theirs in the 2 weeks. So they closed off the pro. They lost the chance of getting a pro. And then they had an opportunity to get an XLT, but they had until yesterday to do an XLT. It closed off yesterday. So now they have till the 30th to do a Lariat or a Platinum. So hopefully that doesn't work for them. They can get a hold of Ford and they can get some sort of extension or something. Hopefully they don't lose their reservation. But keep that in mind. If you have a Wave 3, more than likely you're going to be looking at a Lariat or Platinum. And we have 9 invites going out tomorrow for our customers. So that's a really good number. That's more than we had the entire year for 2022. We have 9 invites going out tomorrow. So it's pretty cool. I got the list. We already reached out to all of our customers, make them aware of what's going on, that they're invited. And so if you didn't receive a phone call from us and you're with us, then you're not one of the 9. So it's our next 9. They did it in line. It's our next 9 that's in there. All those, I think, are looking to get a Lariat trim. So I think we're going to be good in good place there and get a good amount of orders in there. So I'm really excited about this. Seeing 9 in Wave 3 just makes me wonder, are we going to see 9 to 10, 8 to 10, each wave, or is it going to be each month? Maybe this is a monthly wave. And are we going to see, 9 to 10 each month? If that's the case, we could see a good chunk of our customers get an order in 2023. So I'm excited. So I'm optimistic, I should say, for the future for this. So there you go. Another memo that went out last Friday went out Thursday night, was to Bronco specialists. I'm not considered a Bronco specialist because of my job role. So I didn't receive it. So, but my Bronco specialist right across from me did. He sent it on to me with the information. And so they updated basically all the dates for the Bronco. So originally the Bronco was supposed to be converting over September 1st to the 11th, and we'd be able to see those 22 order conversions that are going to get carried over, be able to go ahead and go through their orders on the 12th. And now that's been moved back to the 18th. I believe, or 19th, no, 21st, to the 21st. So now the new dates are, and by the way, an email went out yesterday. Let me show you that email. So here's a copy of that email that went out today to people that have a 22 unconverted or unscheduled Bronco order. Received an email like that. Let me get you a close-up that's a little bit easier to see. There you go. So it kind of shows you what they said there while I kind of talk about this. But that email basically went out saying, hey, we didn't forget about you. We know your order is important. More information will be coming soon about how the process of converting to your 23 model year, also different colors. And, oh, by the way, since you have a 22 unscheduled order, you're going to be first in line to be able to get an Everglades or a Heritage Edition. So now that's pretty cool as well. So they'll get the first chance of that, kind of like they did last year with the Everglades and the Haas 3.0 on the Wild Track suspension, or that Raptor. They were the first ones that had the opportunity to get those. So encouraged by that. So that's good to see them doing that. Now, keep in mind with that, the Heritage Limited Edition, you're not going to get, I know as dealerships, they're hoping that each dealership gets one allocation. So just keep that in mind when you're wanting to put in that Heritage Limited Edition, that unless you know you're really high on that priority list, you're probably not going to get one. So unless you're the only one at your dealership that has one, and it did say they're hoping that each dealership gets one between 23 and 24. So keep that in mind as well. They also mentioned that 22 model year scheduling will be complete on September 8th, which is in 2 days. So looks like to me they're going to do one last scheduling for this week. And then after that, the 8th to the 18th of September, they're going to close Webdo, and they're going to convert those 22 orders to 23. They're basically going to duplicate the order as a 23, give it a priority 99, so then dealers can go in there with their customers and tweak anything. It says we're supposed to get order guide published on September 19th. And then on the 21st is when we can go in there and update their orders and redo the COVP paperwork. So keep in mind, dealers out there and customers, you still have to do the COVP. Even if you had a 22 order, you already signed everything, you're going to have to sign new sheets, do new copies, send over COVP, and get new approvals for 23. So don't forget to do that. But you do not have to put a new order in. That order will be there for you to do. So keep that in mind. Also, we'll get other information as well. And then they're going to send out emails to customers on the 21st and the 28th, emails to remind them to go talk to their dealers and get that taken care of. And I think they'll have, or wait, I guess that those emails go out the 24th and the 7th, actually. So anyway, but looks like 23 scheduling begins early October, it says, and everything for those 22 conversion orders have to be done and taken care of by November 21st, it looks like. So anyway, so there you go. That's what that's looking like there. And those are the two communications that we received this week. And I did get some communication from the brand manager for Maverick. So I'm going to talk to you what I can tell you there. Now, also for build and price this week, we did see one model that updated for the build and price this week, the E-Transit. So if you're wanting a 2023 E-Transit, you can go online and you can build that now, but none of the others have been updated yet. Still waiting. It's been 2 months for F-150, so we'll just see. So those that are waiting and thinking I'm going to wait until I see the Maverick build and price on the website before I put in my order, I really could see that the order bank's closing before that even happens. That's my guess. It's my gamble. I'm throwing that out there to you, that I think that the order banks will be closed before the build and price gets updated. So just throwing that out there. I don't know. Just have a little fun with that, right? All right. Also, something I want to talk about, Ford news. So there were no order guide updates this week that I could find, and there's only one article in Ford news that I kind of want to talk about. There's several great articles there. Go to FordAuthority.com. They have some great articles. But this week, there is one that I wanted to kind of talk about. I thought was kind of fun that Ford threw out. Let's see if I can get this screen working. There you go. So this is actually, the article is linked in the description if you want to check it out later. I did put it in there. So Mustang is teasing and showing off the GT badge and trunk. So there's, of course, that's all masked up and everything. Like, you can read all about it there, but it's showing this briefcase in the back, which, by the way, looks pretty cool. And then also the GT badging, which is an upgraded badging that even says performance across there, and then has a nice GT badging. And here's a video. So I'm going to play this video. It's pretty short, so watch. Ready? And of course, the Stampede on the 14th. And well, we will be there. So Sarah and myself, we will be there. We'll fly in. We're planning to be at the auto show and go through the Ford booth and all the other booths. And there's some on EV technology that I want to check out too. So we'll do that in the afternoon, and we'll be ready to for that. And we will go live right here for that. Of course, we'll be here next week with you Tuesday night before we fly out. We're going to fly out first thing Wednesday morning, and we'll get up there as early as we can. But it'll be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to it. So we'll be there for the big reveal. So check out our YouTube channel. to see it go live, or our Facebook. We'll go live on both of them. Sarah will handle one, I'll handle the other, and we'll get it going. We'll get you guys so you can see it live with us. Or I'm sure Ford is going to be posting as well, probably higher quality than what ours will be. But if you want a perspective of being in the crowd, there you go. We got you covered. So that'll be a lot of fun. Now for the Is It True for this week, I had someone to send me a post on Messenger and said, I'm hearing more and more people saying that the Maverick orders will be done by a reservation online like it was last year. So again, I think I probably busted this myth I don't know how many times, but I said, you know what? You never know. I've been wrong before. Let me go ahead and send this over to the brand manager and see if I can get some information. And maybe while I'm at it, I can also get some information on what's going to happen next, or when the order banks are going to open up, right? So I did send him, and he did let me know. He said that there will not be a reservation process like we had last year, and all orders will go strictly through the dealers when order banks open. So again, I just want to confirm that. So you go through your dealer. So whether it be online, pre-orders, however you want to do that, you will work those through your dealer. So again, we have a good system, I think, and a good plan set up for that day. And we will be back in time if we don't know when. Well, actually, we don't know what the date is for sure. But he did tell me that they are progressing towards opening the order banks in September. I think they had said mid-September, so we don't really know exactly what that date's going to look like. And so hopefully we get some information soon about that. I'm sure we'll probably get some information coming up on, like the process of converting 22 orders to 23, since there are still quite a few. But we don't know. I think it looks like maybe this week they're going to schedule other ones to fill in those slots. Haven't seen a lot of them scheduled for the week of 11/7, which is the last week. So I think until we see some of those Maverick orders being scheduled for that week, they're probably going to continue to schedule. So they may even schedule next week. So we'll just have to wait and see on that. So, and let's get into tonight's subject. But before that, let's take a G Fuel break. All right, are we ready? Okay. So a couple weeks ago, we talked about allocation system. So there are two things that are going to affect the dealer stock inventory dramatically for 2023. And one of them is the allocation system, which we talked about a couple weeks ago. If you didn't see that live stream, check it out. I might actually make it its own video at some point because I do want to make a Q&A and a page on our website for some of these things that we cover, these topics. So I think I'm going to make that and put these video library on our website. But one of the things we talked about a couple weeks ago was the new allocation system. And that new allocation system, since it's going to be geared towards being able to, the allocations are basically rewarded by the amount of vehicles a dealership sells compared to their share of their region. But also another extra reward they're going to get is at the end of the month if their inventory is low on their lot, their stock inventory. So if their stock inventory is low, then they're going to get rewarded with more allocations as well as how many they sell. So it's going to be a benefit to customers because we're going to see those prices coming down. We've done it ourselves. We've seen those prices come down. We have very few vehicles that are marked up right now. I think I mentioned that a couple weeks ago. I don't think we have. I think maybe a couple Raptors, but otherwise, about everything we have is now MSRP or below. And so that is a benefit to the customers. But also, there's a second thing that's going to affect what you can find at a dealer lot. So if you're needing to get a new vehicle, you don't want to wait. You don't want to put in an order. You don't want to wait a long period of time. Let me tell you a little bit about what's going to happen. So Ford is doing a reframing system. They've actually been starting this since 2022. We did see this happen last year, and also it's going to be cut down even more for this year. So what is the new reframing? So basically, they're going to limit the options and configurations that a dealer can order for their stock inventory. So here, some of the vehicles that dealers can stock pretty readily right now is the Escape. I forgot Mustang first, then Escape, Bronco Sport, Edge, Explorer, Expedition, Ranger, F-150. They have Super Duty here, but yet we can't really get those in right now because the first priority is to the custom orders. So those will happen first, but then dealers, if they have extra allocations left and all the retails are taken care of, they'll get stock allocations. So their allocations have to go towards their custom vehicles, custom orders, as well as their stock orders. So so basically they're going to eliminate or limit down what configurations you can order as a dealer for your dealer stock. So for instance, here's some of the numbers from 21 to 23 and how many configurations. And when I talk about a configuration, I mean like, okay, I want here's a Bronco Sport's the first one. I want a Bronco Sport Big Ben with the convenience package, with the moonroof, and I want the tow hitch, the tow package, and I want that Copilot 360 package. Well, that's a configuration you want. Somebody else may not want the Copilot 360. So like, I want one with the convenience package, but I don't want the moonroof. We don't ever open it. I want the Copilot 360 and I don't care about the tow package. So that's how I want mine built. Well, dealers are going to be able to be limited to those configurations and what's really available and what they can stock. So so let's break down some of these. So on the Bronco Sport, in 21, we could order 104 different configurations for the Bronco Sport for dealer stock. For 2023, it's down to 18 different configurations. We have 18 different configurations. So on the, just for instance, we will not be able to order a base trim for stock. Big Ben, we have 5 configurations available. Heritage, we have 1. But they pretty much come standard with everything. Outer Banks, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Badlands, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's our configuration. Well, I mean, I can drill down more, but each one of those has an option for basically a Big Ben quit with nothing, or a Big Ben with convenience package, and a cargo management package, and the hitch. The trailer tow, I mean, there's different configurations. So let's go on down and talk about some others. So the Edge in 21, we could order 306 different configurations for us to choose from. In 23, 21. The Expedition, get this one, 890 different configurations. This year, 38. There you go. And you cannot order an STX. Explorer, 298 in 21, 40 in 23. And that means you cannot order a base for stock. F-150, 531, 72 for this year. Ranger in 21, we could order 112 different configurations. This year, 27. So you can kind of see what's happening here. So we're going to have different configurations that are available. I actually have all of them here, but it's breaking that down. So like for instance, on an Edge, if you want an Edge SE, there's 2 options you're going to have if you want to try to find one on a dealer lot. You have an SE with nothing added but a mini spare, or you can get an SE with the black appearance package with a mini spare. Those are your only 2 options. You can't get one with any other options. You can't get any hitch or anything else. So those are your options for SE and all-wheel drive. And then SEL does have more configurations. ST line has 4 configurations available. ST, there's 1. If you want to try to find an ST on a dealer lot, it's going to have the hitch on it, and it's going to have the mini spare, and it's going to be a 400A. Nothing else. It will not have the ST performance and that kind of thing. So anyway, so there's just kind of some of the things I want to talk about there. So I did actually have, they gave us an example. So basically, well, let me go into this. Basically, their strategy is limit it down to configurations that will sell quickly to help dealers keep that inventory down. That's their goal, is to eliminate that. But in doing that, it also eliminates what customers have to choose from dealer stock. Not only is it hard enough that there won't be very many on dealer lots, but now there's going to be very limited configurations. And throwing in colors in there as well, that's kind of what it looks like. So I guess my point on this is that doing a custom order on a vehicle is going to be is new last year, it seemed like. It wasn't new last year, but a lot of people started embracing it last year. Now it's going to be bigger than ever, I think. More people want to put in a custom order are willing to wait, especially on a new vehicle. So anyway, throwing that out there, I thought that would be a good topic to talk about for this week. And that's kind of what the lots are going to start looking like. They're going to be thinner lots, not as many vehicles on the lot, less configurations, If you're going to be looking at something out there like right now, actually, maybe I can pull that up. Let me pull up our website. This might be dangerous. I pull up our website and can show you some of the things that, if I can get this, if it works here. There we go. So you can kind of see for our models of what we have, you can see the numbers that we have. And these are models that we're able to get some stock in because we don't have a lot of custom orders unfulfilled. Edge, we have 5 in stock. Escape, 5 in stock. Expedition, 1. Explorer, 8. F-150, 45. And by the way, on the 45, almost all of them are XLTs. We have a couple of that are not. I don't know why Lightning's in there because we don't have a Lightning. That shouldn't be on the website. So, and Mustang, 7, Ranger, 5. So just so you kind of know, those numbers are pretty low from what we normally would carry pre-COVID. Normally Expedition, we'd have about 10 in stock. Explorers, we'd have about 15, 20 in stock. Escape, we'd usually have at least 10 in various different trim levels. And so it's kind of what it's going to look like. It's going to be very trim pickings on dealer lots. So either you're going to need to be on that internet looking at different dealerships to find what you need that'll fit your configuration, or you're going to need to custom order a vehicle. So, all right. Now for questions, which is, I actually didn't put that on there, but we should put that at the bottom. Q&A. So if you posted a question in there, apologize. Hopefully Sarah's been able to answer your questions, or even I noticed that Johnny's was in here as well. So go ahead and drop your questions. Don't forget to tag the @LawMcArthur, spelled like it is on the screen here, right below, right there. Do it without the space in there, and I can see it nice and bright and orange for me. Actually, I think it works with the space, but anyway, tag me if you're on the computer. Makes it easy. You can put the @LO and it'll pop up for you. All right. So Mike said most local dealers here have no dealer stock, so this is at least an improvement. Customers can at least see a vehicle in person, and I think that's what Ford's going to is that if you're in a jam, they're gonna, if you notice what they're gonna see the most configurations are the lower price level trims. So when you look at these models, on the Explorer, most of the configurations, half of them for Explorer are XLT. So that's the price point. That's the one they want people that's going to be cheaper and available to buy. On the F-150, it's, XLT, on the on that. Expedition, most of them are XLT. That's the value. And then limiteds. And then outside of that, there's just a couple, right? F-150, there's XL, XLT. You get down to some of the other trims. There is Lariat's quite a few, but some of the others limited. Of course, limited's pretty much standard with everything anyway. But that just kind of shows you they're going to make sure that there's several configurations on that one that people are looking at, and then going from there. So yeah, and then if there's something there, they're like, okay, well here's how it is, here's how it drives and everything. We can custom order you one. So, and if you really need one, you're in a jam, hopefully one of these will work. All right, Will and Theo say hi. Good. I think Theo's getting used to me now. She says that he's been listening to the live streams with her when she does this at night. So last night he crashed. He held him and he fell asleep. So I think he's used to me now. All right. Keith said my Bronco is scheduled for week of 9/26. Dealer said he is afraid to re-add tow because we'll postpone the order. I wasn't able to add the tow package to one of ours. We actually had someone that said, hey, now that I'm scheduled, can you try to add the tow package back on? And it wouldn't let me. So probably won't let him do it anyway. It's probably going to be grayed out if he tries to add it anyway. But just for the references for any dealers out there, you can make changes unless it does say cannot amend. You can make changes. It won't mess the order up. It won't move the order back. It'll just, the factory will say yes or no. Say, you know what? No, we're not going to add that to the vehicle. We're done. This is what we're doing. We have a constraint on that. We can't add it. So they'll either tell you yes or no. Colors, it's almost always a yes. But when it comes to other things, I was able to add a sliding rear window to an order. I was able to add the auxiliary switches to a Bronco base to an order for somebody. So you can add things, and they're going to actually, you put in the request, and then Ford later will say yes or no. So, all right. Okay, next question. Diamond Backer says, did not receive Bronco email. Can you check order just to confirm clean? G01L. It needs to be with our dealership. I can't look up anybody else's orders but our dealership. G01L does not sound like one within our order system. So, yeah. All right. Mike, thank you, Tim, Sarah, and Ridgeview for your dedication and customer for two Ford customers. Thank you. All right. Deke said, do you think Ford will significantly increase Maverick production in the next year or two? I think they're producing them as quickly as they can at this point. Somebody had said, they posted in there that they read that they were going to start making more Mavericks in another plant or something. I don't know. They said that it was in an interview with Jim Farley, and if he's going to say it, I mean, he usually tries to make things happen, and I'd love to see that. But at this point, if they're gonna open another plant, or they're going to take a plant that was building something else and build something more of, it's going to be something that they have 200,000 reservations on, like the Lightning, right? I mean, there's vehicles out there other than the Maverick. I mean, we're going to see like 3 to 4 vehicles that are going to roll over that they couldn't complete all the orders on, right? That's the Bronco, the Maverick, the Mach-E, and the Lightning. So those 4 models are the ones that they're getting more than what they can handle, right, and getting converted over. So we'll just have to see, how that goes. But, which one of those? I mean, the Maverick's going to make them the least money of any of them. So why would they not just make more F-150 Lightnings in that plant instead of a Maverick? So I guess that's my take on that. So, all right. TMLA. Oh, by the way, Gary, thank you for becoming a Law McArthur crew member. Still trying to get over this congestion. All right. I'm feeling good. Just don't sound great. All right. The email you got about the Broncos, was that only for dealers, or should we get one as the buyer? I ordered a Badlands in March, so I was curious if mine would roll over. So yes, the email that I showed, this email here, that email there should go out to any unscheduled 2022 Bronco order holder. If it's scheduled, you wouldn't have gotten this email. So just keep that in mind. So maybe you have a scheduled order and you don't realize it. So you might check with your dealer. But you should have received it. Check your spam folder, whatever. But that's the email that was supposed to go out according to the memo. Where is that? Right here. Email to unscheduled orders. What to expect for the end of 22 scheduling was supposed to go out September 6th. So maybe they're rolling them out, but that should have gone out. And if you didn't receive it, then maybe you have a scheduled order, or you may not have a confirmed order. That's another communication thing that I've noticed too, that you may not have email communication if the dealer didn't put your email address in, for one. And for two, if you don't have a COVP approved order, which I hope that's not the case for you, that's another reason why. We noticed on the Maverick, actually the brand manager told me that, said, here's a reason why you may not have received that, is if you don't have a confirmed order, then you will not receive that email. So that might be something to think about as well. And you can check with your dealer with that, on that. It is with Law McArthur. All right, so I don't think we have any G01L orders. So maybe the G is a different letter. Excuse me. That's the only thing I can think of. Let me pull up. We typically don't label them. There's nobody here with the first name, with the first letter of G. We always the first and the letters, the first and N, are the letters of the salesperson that you're working with. You tell me your salesperson, I probably could help you out. That might be another way. So I want to make sure I can help you out. Man. All right. I think I need to skip up here because I think I skipped something. Wow, missed a bunch. Hold on, folks. I'm going to try to get caught up here. All right. The other day, someone, okay, this is Peg B, said the other day, someone who surely isn't as in the know as you said that the Maverick ordering for A-plan buyers opens a week before anyone else. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but that's not true. When you're going to put an order in, you choose retail, A-plan, or stock. So they're all going to, when they open that order bank, it's going to be for everything. It's not going to be for just one type of order types. So yeah, A-plan's not going to get advanced opportunity to do it. What they can do is, if they're a dealer, they can put their own order in first. That's more likely than anything, but there's no truth to the fact that the A-plans will be opened up before the others. No. Ford wouldn't give him that unfair advantage. All right, Chris said, I have a F350 Platinum Super Duty awaiting shipping with multi-contoured seat delete. How do I get the multi-contoured seat option? Does Ford sell the seats fully built? You just won't have multi-contoured seats, I'm afraid. Afraid to tell you that, but that's the truth of what we're in right now, is you will not have multi-contoured seats on your vehicle. So, all right. And it's, I think it's more of a part than it is a chip thing. So it's not like you'll have the hardware, you just won't have it. So instead of getting a multi-contoured seat, you're going to have I think it's a 10-way power adjustable seat instead. All right. How many Lightning allocations have you had so far? I think I'm 43 with you last time I checked. Okay, so if we don't count last year's, I actually have been taking last year's and putting them in a different spreadsheet, so I kind of know. But we had like 100, I think we're up to 137 or 38 total reservations. And last year we had 5 and 2 that got extended. And the 2 that got extended already have taken care of theirs. And then we're receiving 9 tomorrow. So, so if that helps out, I'll let you know those numbers. So we're up to what? 5, 6, 7, 7 and 9 or 16. So hopefully we get through them. You know, it'd be nice to see 8, 9, 10 a month. That'd be awesome. All right. Keith said, thanks. What about our Bronco playing cards? Yeah, I received some too. I got some. Hopefully. And it's really funny is I have already received my Bronco, but it was more of a, here's a, thanks for having your Bronco order. I think I noticed in there also was a thing about going to the off-roadeo. So I think if you've received your Bronco and you haven't signed up to go to the off-roadeo event, it's signing you up. But right now, Ford, I don't know, Ford probably doesn't watch this, but it is very complicated and very difficult to sign up for the off-roadeo event. I don't want to get on I'm too busy during the day to get on a phone call and try to work that out. I devote my time when I get to work. Once I shut that door and once I go back to my truck, that I'm working here. It's all about working at McArthur. It's not about, you know, making phone calls or running errands. If I can't do it in the mornings off or make those phone calls, I'm not going to do it. And I don't want to spend, sometimes I'm even to where my time off, I don't want to spend it on a phone call, you know, and such. So they need to make it a little bit easier to sign up for that, by the way. All right. So Tim, so Vicky says, check my order. Actually checked yours earlier today. Let me look at my little spreadsheet here. I think it's still in the same status it was last Tuesday and last Thursday, actually, too. Yep. Still sitting there. It is saying pending update. Return from body company has not been updated anything yet. So we have 3 like yours, all in July, early July, that are just sitting there. I don't know what the deal is. But yeah. Sorry, Vicky. All right. Gary said, 22 Maverick window stickers posted on social media include the pricing increases that were announced. However, retail orders were supposed to be price protected. How does this work? Window sticker is always going to show the current pricing. So just so you know that, window sticker on the vehicle, the digital window sticker is going to show the current pricing. It's up to your dealer to price protect what the price was when the vehicle came in. So you need to talk to your dealer. Hopefully you kept your order sheet and said, this is the price I should be price protected to this. I did a video on this. You might just check Law McArthur price protection. I did a video and a live stream on it, separate video as well, so you can check that out. But yeah, you want to make sure you get with your dealer, because the window sticker is going to be what the new price is. It happened. The same thing happened to my Expedition. I had $2,000 price increase that happened from the time I ordered to when it came in. But I was price protected to my original order price. The window sticker showed the price increase. So, all right. Gabriel says, "Is my Maverick engine venting recall serious? My dealer is taking his time to schedule me for this recall." Well, for one, they're probably bogged down like we are to get that recall done. I don't think it's something you need to be concerned about. Most recalls are preventative measures than anything. So there's 2 recalls kind of going on right now. One is with the engine, and the big deal on that is basically if the engine fails, completely fails, that's when you can see that being happening. If it fails and there's hot and that those are dripping onto the pan, that's the issue there. So I wouldn't, if I was owning a Maverick, I wouldn't be that concerned about it at this present time. You know, it's not, if it was that serious of an issue, they'd tell you to park it, not drive it. I mean, that kind of thing. So we've seen that happen before on some models. You know, like the Expedition, they say don't park it in your garage, that type of thing. But in this case, I don't think it's severe enough that you need to not drive your vehicle. I think you should be fine, and you'll be all right there. So again, it's only for engine failure, which probably won't happen. They've had no injuries from this yet, so just keep that in mind. Recalls are preventative measure, and Ford always is looking to be, you know, making sure they take care of our customers before accidents happen. CJ said, "I saw the video about the Blue Oval City in Tennessee. It's great that they are building another factory, but do you have any idea when it will be online?" So the factory, I can't remember now. There's a factory they're building in Kentucky and another one in Tennessee. One of them is going to build batteries, and the other one is going to build the Lightnings. And I think their goal is by 2025. And if Johnny's in here, he might be able to remember a little bit better. I'm starting to forget more things than I try to remember. So anyway, all right. Mike says, "Thank you, Tim, Sarah, and Ridgeview for your dedication." Oh yeah, I read that earlier. I'm a little behind, so bear with me. Don't throw your question in there a second time. I will get to it. I'm moving down. All right. Robert asked, "Sarah, haven't seen a copy yet. I need confirmation. I have an order ready to go. I will email as soon as possible." So Robert, until we can order, there's no order for you to confirm, right? We have your pre-order, have yours, and so until we can actually order, then there's nothing for us to send over for you to sign yet. So again, we can't order Mavericks yet, so just be patient there. All right, Joe says, "My January 7th order is confirmed with a build week of 1010. Congrats. Lariat, Lux, EcoBoost, 4K tow, moonroof, Copilot 360, Alto Blue." All right, good. Roy says, "Tim, can you explain real quick what is Roush? Is that something a dealer adds over the window sticker? I see your Rangers on lot walks." Okay, so Roush Performance puts the builds on the vehicles. So they take what's already ordered from the factory, and like we would order a Ranger, XLT, Super Crew, 4x4, certain configuration that Roush requires us to have. Then we actually order those from Ford. We have them courtesy delivered to Roush Industry. So then Roush gets it, and then Roush puts their package on it at the Roush factory. So that is a Roush package with a lot of different stuff on it. You can actually go to our website. Let me show you this real quick. All right, so here's one. Pull this up. There you go. And so I actually make these because Roush does not send us a digital copy of the window stickers, which I hate, but they will not do that. And so I actually make custom window stickers for our website, and that's all the equipment there. That's standard on a Roush Ranger. That's all put on the vehicle. It's from Roush. And then over here, we sometimes the optional equipment is from Roush, and then at McArthur, we added window temp to this particular vehicle. So that's what we do. So Roush puts all that stuff on there. So Roush does a lot of things there, and they certify it. That's why a lot of times they like to you know, make sure dealers are pricing at MSRP, because you know, all dealers are supposed to do that, and then of course we can negotiate down from that. But so hopefully you guys don't tell them we actually have them lower than what their stickers is, but that's all right. Hey, you know, if we can't sell them, gotta lower them. All right. Diamondbacker said it is with McArthur, but no worries. All right. So yeah, oh, I'm still way behind. All right, sorry about this. My VIN for 9th of November order, Lariat hybrid. Dealer missed my drops for floor liners and loom touch link. I still want them dropped. Can that happen? Well, what it'll do is the dealer would have to buy them back from you. So that's really what will happen there. So they technically can't drop them off of it, but when it come in, say, hey, I don't want those on there. So you guys are welcome to keep it and put it on another one, and then give me a credit back for them. Try that. See if they do that. If not, tell them don't install them and sell them on eBay, right? So you know, so that's the option there. So, or if they did not take them off your order like you asked them to, you have a little bit of flexibility there, hopefully, if they're a good dealer, and you can get them to suck up that and give you that credit for it. So anyway, that's how you would do that. It's really up to the dealer at this point. All right. Martin said, if my Maverick order XLT FX4 4K 360 gets pushed to 23 model, would I be able to change my order for a trimmer? Yes. Or would that push me back to inline? No. So yes. So what's going to happen is the 22 orders are going to get pushed in as a 23. They'll be duplicated, and that gets you that timestamp that your order is in before any new orders. So those that'll happen before new orders can be taken, and that kind of puts you in priority. You can still make any changes you want to without any issues. Kind of like on the Bronco, we did see that in 21 when they went to 22. They brought out something new for 22 for those that were able to, that had a 21 as kind of a reward to them, because they waited and they didn't get theirs in 21. Same thing is happening for 22 to 23, as we can see. Those that have a 22, they're going to be the first ones that have an opportunity to get Heritage Edition, as well as the Everglades Edition, before new 23 orders. So we'll hopefully those that have a 22 out there will be the first opportunity to be able to order the Tremors before that happens. So I'm hoping to see that. I'm hoping to see those orders get pushed in there and give us, like they are on Bronco, like given like a week or something. Give us a week for people on the 22s to go ahead and choose theirs before other people get a chance to. That'd be kind of fun to see and give them an opportunity, especially since they've been waiting. But don't know that for sure. Don't know what's going to happen. Just throwing that out there as a possibility. All right. John says, how many Mach-E orders did you have for 23 model year when the order banks opened in August? So how many, I can tell you how many we have now. Maybe. And assuming you're talking about new 23 orders, I think we have one Mach-E order from 22 left, but for 23 we have 7 orders for 23. Actually, 6 orders right now. One's a saved order that was put in there, but so we have 6 right now. So not too bad, really. So all right. Hi Tim, please check my order D39S. Yeah, I did. Okay, we'll check that. Probably getting that repeated down there. So. Another Brian said, when you get to your allocation segment, any full-size transit allocations for September? We already went through all that. Full-size transit allocations for September. We don't have any. We don't even have any transit orders, to be honest. So in our system, right? Double check. Yeah, we don't even have any transit orders. So anyway, so yeah, we don't have any, but. So anyway, and I don't know if they're scheduling this week or not. Get that out. There we go. All right. So I think I might have missed something here. When will 23 Ranger production begin? That's a good question. Here, let me look this up too. And I want to go up because I think I missed some questions. Let me look. So this this service bulletin, whoa, that's not looking quite right. So that's not right. So let's look up the last one. We have one from a week ago here. I might just get some information on 23 Rangers. So I think the goal is, what's this column? Scheduling begins 9/1. So we should start scheduling for it, and production starts 10/10. Looks like. So there you go. So I did skip over that one, so I'm glad I went back up. All right, Robin said, will my Bronco get here in time so my purchase will be able to make the monkey in the car, monkey in the chair donation? That's a great question. I just skipped over a bunch of questions, didn't I? All right. I'm not sure where those questions. I might be missing some questions here because it keeps scrolling up on me. All right. Not sure. Let's see. We looked at yours on the other. Let's see, where's that one? Right here. Looks like at this point in time it was built. So, ooh, no, probably not. It's usually about a month. So if it did get built this week like it's supposed to, it could be into October before it comes in. So that doesn't look like it. All right, estimated price difference on the XLT Maverick 4K plus off-road and Tremor, best approach to 23 Maverick to order. I would probably go on and look up the, I did a video that went over the pricing. I think it's $3,000 for the Tremor package, if I remember right. And 4K's what? You can't get the 4K with that. So if you went 4K and off-road versus the Tremor, I think both the 4K and off-road are around $800 a piece. I can't remember off the top of my head. So you probably just need to compare that. So you're 1,600 versus the 3,000. So we'll just, until we get actual order guides, that's the best they can do is just kind of guess and going off of last year's pricing. So, all right. So hello, Omer said, F-150 Lightning in build and price tool. When I add tow tech package on an XLT, it says that it just removes the onboard scales. And it says it will remove the onboard scales and reverse sensing system. Is this correct? It's not reverse sensing system. So just so you know that, it's the onboard scales and the smart hitch assist is what it is. It's not the reverse sensing, but it does. You won't be required to remove that or it won't get scheduled. So yes, that is true. All right. So William says, has L57S been scheduled? Looked that one up earlier. L57S. Didn't I? Did not. So here's the ones that's scheduled today. It is not in there. So no, I would say not. All right. All right. So Robert says, is my salesperson still Derek? Well, Robert, you are one of our members, so I'll be taking care of you and getting your order put in and submitted for you. So if you have any questions, and want to check your order and such, I'll be the one. And for you members, I already talked to you guys about what we're going to do for our members for their orders. So it'll be a little fun. So Austin said, do you think the Maverick Tremor will take any longer to produce? I think it will be like the others. I think it'll have a constraint on it. Definitely. So I think they'll only do so many a month or so many a cycle. So I do think it'll be a constraint even at the very launch. So I wouldn't be surprised. I think they said it's supposed to be available in the fall, but I'm wondering if it'll be a late availability item even. So we'll have to wait and see. All right, spec says XLT and Lariat have 360 R20s. I'm pretty sure that that's a typo. So standard XLT does not. On the Lariat, I'm not sure, but when you go on the XLT, when you go to that upgraded package with extended range, you go up to the 20-inch wheels. So they would be the same wheel and tire as the Lariat would get. So that could be a possibility of what you're seeing there. All right. Thank you for the membership welcome package. You're welcome. Welcome for the welcome package. All right. All right. Is my Maverick engine venting recall serious? My dealer is taking his time. Okay. I think we answered that. So am I getting caught up? Maybe. Sarah says customer service says my Maverick order is scheduled for 11/7, and I just lost that one. Great. There it is. But salesman says it is scheduled for 9/26. Who is more accurate? All right. Customer service says my Maverick order is scheduled for 11/7. But my salesman says it's scheduled for 9/26. Probably what's happened is it was originally scheduled for the week of 9/26, but it's been pushed back, and currently it's at 11/7. That's what would probably be more likely to happen. I almost think sometimes customer service is more accurate. So yeah. All right. Roy says, Tim, can you explain real quick? Okay, I did that. How did your dealership handle the 2000 higher sticker? How did they give you an adjustment? It's price protection. It's I showed them the original order sheet and said that's what it was when I ordered. It's gone up $2,000, and so they reduced the price by that $2,000, and that's simple. So yeah, price protection. You got to check out the video I've done on price protection, because I've gone over this a couple times, and I don't want to, I want to make sure you get that information. So make sure you check out the video I did on price protection. So again, if you Google on YouTube, McArthur price protection, it will come up. At least it does for me, but maybe it's just because I viewed it. But check out that video, because basically your dealer will need to price protect it. So some dealers are good about this and they know what they're doing. Some dealers don't. And so I kind of went through to let dealers know how to do this. I've actually had dealers contact me, and I've helped them with it. So basically, it's pretty easy. And hopefully you have your order sheet when you ordered. And so what they'll do is you take that order sheet and say, this is the price that it was when I ordered. That's the price they sell you the vehicle for. If they say they're going to do MSRP when you ordered, they sell it to you at that price. They don't worry about what the window sticker says. So they sell it to you at that price, and then they'll get money back from Ford once your order is submitted. So as long as you're the person that ordered it and you buy the vehicle, those names match, they will get reimbursed back the money from Ford. So that's kind of how it works. It's really on your end. It's pretty simple. And for me as a customer, and really it was pretty easy as a manager to say, here, and I got D plan because I'm an employee. So I looked at what the D plan was on my invoice when it came in versus what it was when I ordered, and we figured that out and said, this is what my D plan was. This is what it should be. And I actually lost my Dora. I had a copy of it, but it didn't matter. I had my original order sheet that had the D plan price on it. Said that's what it was, and that's what it is now. So this is what it should be. So, yeah. So that's how that works. So it's pretty simple. Dealers like to make it complex, but it's not. As long as you haven't made any changes. So what's the easy part is if you have somebody that put their order in and they didn't make any changes between then and when it came in, like I did in my Expedition. Very simple to do. Very easy. You just go off your original order sheet. Done. Now, if they took something off their order, you just take the original order sheet and you subtract the things they took off. If they added something on, you add it on to what it was when they ordered. So when you do a new one, you'll get a new Dora. They should look at that Dora and go, well, that's what the price was when you put it on your vehicle. So we add that to your original order price. Done. So, high school math. All right. Martin said, if my Maverick order XLT FX4 4K360 gets pushed. Okay, well, I think we talked about that. Sorry, my screen keeps going back and forth. I apologize, guys. All right. All right, will Bronco get here? Okay, yeah, there's that question. All right, and Robert says, you need a copy of my driver's license, correct? What is the best way to send you a copy? So yeah, I won't really the deal on that is we'll submit the orders. That's the most important thing, is to get that order in quickly, and then we'll have time to do the COVP. When your order is in, that's the date that really counts. We can COVP the next day, and we'll get it, all the information and get those entered, because those won't all get entered by our person. We have one person entering COVP, and she's not going to enter 200 orders in one day. So we'll get those submitted. So we'll have time to get the copies from you, because when we send you the copies for you to sign, that's when you can send us back your copy for driver's license. You can do it at the same time. So, all right, EMGT. Martin, did you just donate? Well, thank you, Martin. Thank you for the stainless steel tumbler gift. No problem. Not necessary, but it's appreciated. Well, I want to thank you. So thank you to great members that we have. I appreciate you guys. All right, and girls. I say guys in general, right? All right. Okay. MGT said, once Ford sent out a build date, what's the reason or build dates getting extended multiple of times? I wish I knew. My assumption is parts, they don't get the parts in like they thought they were going to when they scheduled them. So, and you probably have somebody that's scheduling here, and then you have somebody else that's like, well, I don't know why you scheduled that, because we don't have the parts to put that together. We got to move that one back. So I think that might be more of what's happening than anything. So. William, welcome into the stream. I know you have a Lightning, and just so you kind of be aware, I mentioned it earlier, we are going to have 9 of our reservations get invites tomorrow for Lightning for Wave 3. So I was pretty excited about that earlier. So I wanted to make sure you knew that, because I know you're having one of those. And on the Bronco Sport, we're still waiting. Next week is probably when we'll start seeing allocations for 23 Bronco Sport. So we'll be looking for that. So. Still haven't learned how many allocations we're going to have for the limited edition, though. I don't think we're going to be able to fulfill all of the orders that we have for limited edition, so I guess we'll have to see how many we're going to get. So we're still waiting to hear that information. Please put McArthur in front of a question. Yes, please. All right. Did I miss Steve's question? All right. Roy says, thank you, Tim, for answering on Roush. That's what I was looking for on the window sticker you just showed me. Yeah. So yeah, I have to custom make those window stickers. All right, there's Steve's. All right, is it true that Maverick order guide is available on 9/12? That is not true. So we actually don't know. So at this point, I have no clue. I don't think anybody knows. And I will tell you that the brand manager did disclose some information to me that I can't disclose to people. But out of the, because we've had a positive relationship, and he knows that I like to have some of that insight and knowing things. I know for a fact that the order guides are not, probably we won't see until about the time we can order. So anyway, so. All right, Ash said, I was trying to book the off-rodeo. Is it free for Bronco order holders, or am I missing something? Yes, it is. As they are charging $200 for owner deposit pre-delivery. I know that early on, for people that had a Bronco order in, that they could just give the reservation number, and that allowed them to get into the Bronco off-rodeo. So that's what I know. And then once you purchase one, you definitely are able to get in if you wait till then. All right, have you said if we have a VIN, we will be 822? Yes. But with production dates keep getting pushed, what happens if we get pushed past November 11th? I haven't seen anybody get pushed past November 11th yet. So, and for like today, we had 15 of our Mavericks scheduled today when we had 0 allocations. We didn't have any allocations available, and they scheduled 15 Mavericks today for us. So I don't think they have more than what they can handle, because they're filling in slots to finish out the production. Their build out is what they call that. So I don't think you need to be concerned. If you have a 22 now, then you're going to get billed as a 22. So Daniel said, Tim, the second recall on the Maverick is the entire airbag system or just sensors? Been hearing different stories. I think it's the airbag, because I think what's happening is it's not that they're not deploying, It's that they're deploying too big, from what I remember and from what I'm hearing. So that I think they're recalling the entire airbag system because it's deploying too big. So I don't know if that would be a sensor. A sensor would probably not allow it to deploy, but they are deploying, but they're just deploying a little like too big. So anyway, all right. See, Neil said, "Hi Tim, I live in Northeast. Want to place a COVP Maverick order here the day the 23 orders open. Any advantage wait time wise on whether I order from a large or small dealer?" You know, that is up in the air. It's really, I mean, here's the way it's going to happen. Allocations are going to be given by, I actually talked about this a couple weeks ago. Allocations are giving out to dealers. So for an order to be to get scheduled, a dealer has to have allocations. So bigger dealerships are going to get more allocation. I wouldn't say necessarily a bigger dealership, but a dealership that sells more vehicles. So like, for instance, it used to be the case here, you know, Salina is not in a metro area. Wichita, Kansas City, metro areas, most allocations went to metro dealers. We're not a metro dealer, but we sell 300% of what Ford says we should sell in a market area. So now the new system is a benefit to us because now we are going to get more allocations to some metro dealers, not because of where we're at and how many we sell, but it's based on it's based on how many we sell. And so that's going to be a determining factor. So a dealership that sells more vehicles in the last year in the revolving 12 months is going to get more allocations for that. Smaller dealer is going to get a smaller amount of allocations. But the hope is that you're with a smaller dealer that has a smaller number of orders, so then it works out. If you're with a bigger dealership, hopefully they don't have too many orders. Now, the great benefit would be if you're at a dealership that sold a lot last year, but they don't have a lot of orders this year. That would be a benefit if you could find that dealer. So it's a gamble, you know, on what happens. But you know, I think, and I've said this before, I think the most important thing is picking a dealership that knows what they're doing. Whether they're a big or a small dealer, if they know what they're doing and they're submitting orders, and they were doing it last year, and they knew how to do the COVP, that means they were getting vehicles built because we got extra COVP allocations last year. So if there's dealerships that embraced that COVP and doing the certified orders, and they were taking orders and putting them in there instead of just relying on stock orders like we were, then that's going to be a benefit to those dealers. So, you know, that's what you want to see, is the dealerships that sold a lot in the last year, because they're going to be ones that are going to be they're going to be set up perfectly for this new allocation system. That's why we are very confident, and we're looking at the new allocation system going, all right, let's go, you know, because, you know, we're selling a lot. So I actually have this other report. See, I can show you that. So let me show you this report for a second here, for Maverick anyway. Okay, so this is a report that I've actually been keeping track of, and I'm actually I was updating it before the live stream, but I ran out of time. So I have this going, and it was in order by a certain way. So this orange are vehicles that are in transit or awaiting shipment from the factory. Right? Those are all that are waiting to go, that are in transit, or they're, you know, they've been released. And then we have all these yellow are the ones that are actually currently in production, which they're probably that are going into production or they're about ready to be. And then here's the greens are the ones that are scheduled. So by the end of October, all those orders, we're talking about close to 150 orders that we have that are going to come in that we're going to sell. We feel very confident because also in March and April, we sold 60 vehicles, 60 Mavericks each of those 2 months, that we're going to get a lot of allocations for our region. So we are going to totally, I mean, take over, I think, not really take over, but we're going to have so many orders and allocations available to us for Maverick, you know, and right when we can actually start scheduling 23s, that's when these are going to come in. So we're probably going to sell close to 60 to 80 between the end of this month and the beginning of October, which is when we're going to start scheduling for, and that's when those allocations are going to count because it's a 12-month revolving, right? the March, April is going to be included, as well as what we're going to sell this fall. And so for several months, we're going to have both of those numbers along with all the other about close to 20 a month that we were selling in between there. So that's going to, we feel pretty good about it because we think, okay, let's go ahead and take these orders because we're going to have plenty of allocations to give. And yes, we do have 100 that we need to schedule. But I think we could get all the 22s scheduled, within a month or two and be ready to take those 22s. Of course, some of the 23s will be mixed in there along with them, but I think it'll be fine. We'll be good. All right. So I kind of went on forgot. Darn it. I went on a soapbox there. I forgot to put the image up. My Stream Deck's not working right now. I updated my OBS and that was a bad decision. All right. Other than ensuring your order is a priority 10, what else do I need to do to ensure, take that off, ensure the fastest possible delivery time? Thanks. Well, that's about all you can do. I mean, the order sits there. I mean, as long as it's COVP approved, and it's, they have that in there, priority 10, that's about all you can do. So, all right. So transit preview order B960 isn't at your dealer. Oh, that sounds like our order number. You know what? The question is, if that is a fleet order, if that's a fleet order, I'm not looking at it. I'm not seeing it in here. So you might have to get with Bill on that order. I am looking at all here. Actually, there's fleets. Yeah, I'm not seeing that in here. And transit may be one. Oh, there they are. Oh, here we go. Okay, I swear there was like none in there, and then they just popped up. Okay, let's look at that. There it is, B960. It is there. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to scare you. Yep, it is here. It is unscheduled still, but it is in the system. So we have that in there. So, but it's still unscheduled at this point. So, anyway, how many 23 orders do we have? We have 19 orders, so we should get some good amount of allocations next month, I think. So, all right. Yes, it's in there. Sorry about that, another Brian. So we got you. All right. Ridgeview says, hey, Dancer, please. Yep, add that. Jim says, how many Maverick orders do you have to put in now? 250-ish, maybe. Be a good guess. All right. Customer service said mine was waiting. XL hybrid with no accessories. Would that be a chip or battery? Said mine was waiting. Waiting to get scheduled. Jerry, I don't know what they were saying when they said waiting. So if it's unscheduled, that might be one thing. So, all right. Jim says, are you still taking pre-orders from Mavericks? Yes, we are. And how much do you need to take them? 0. We're not doing any deposit on the Mavericks. So, all right. Soda Cat said, I'm a first-time car buyer. I'm looking to pre-order a 23 Maverick. Anything I should be wary of or keep in mind regarding my pre-order and local dealer? Just making sure that they do the things. I think I mentioned. I actually did a separate video on this, so you might just make sure that they know how to put the order in correctly, that they know how to get your order into COVP. The custom order verification system or process, and that they know how to submit that in there correctly, that they know about price protection, that they know what they're going to price the vehicles, checking out their dealer fees, that kind of thing. Just making sure they kind of can answer all those questions. If they can answer all those questions real easily, then you know that you probably have a good, confident dealership that's going to do things the correct way. So, is the new allocation system by model or total vehicles sold? It's I think on the original one, the monthly one is going to be based on model. So if we're looking at how many Mavericks we sell, that's the way it's going to be. Now at the end of the month, when we can get an extra allocations, that's going to be total. But yeah, the normal allocations will be based on model for each of those. Meaning selling more Mavericks equals more Maverick allocations, correct. So that's why we get a lot of F-150 allocations, but a lower number of other ones is because we sell a lot of F-150s and Super Duties, so they're our number 1 and 2, Just like we've been selling a lot of Bronco Sports because we've been able to order some stock ones. So we've been ordering a lot of those base Big Bends and selling a lot of those. And so because we've been selling a lot of Bronco Sports, that's why we get, 15 to 20 allocations on Bronco Sport as well. It's another big hitter for us too. It's for that reason. All right. So, all right. Where are the kids going on their honeymoon? Oh, I'm not gonna tell you that. I'm not gonna tell you that. They're actually going. They're gonna take a few days, because they actually took vacation not too long ago together. So they're just gonna go just a couple days on vacation on there. They're supposed to be back by the Wednesday, I think. So, but they're gonna go to a little cabin. So anyway, but all right. Ridgeview says consider getting your new vehicle from McArthur. Well, I live in Maine, and my son and daughter bought. Yep. So I'll let you read that. Okay. Clarence said Ford's military appreciation program customer frequently asked questions says veterans who are people who served and who are discharged or released there from under conditions other than dishonorable. Yeah, I will tell you that you can go to those who serve. What is it? Ford salutes those who serve.com, because that's where you have to go in there and say whether or not you're going to get the military rebate. My opinion, they don't give it to enough of the people that have fought so hard. Because I think there's some that are, unless they're active, I don't know if they give them the rebate, and I think more people should deserve to get that. So, but that's not, as a dealer, it's not our call on what Ford gives that rebate to. So. All right, David. Oh man, I just skipped it. Okay, David said, "Are the seats on the XLT Tremor similar to the ones in the Lariat, only cloth instead?" Well, they'll have the Tremor embroidering on the backrest, so I think they'll probably be. I don't know if they'll be black or not. I haven't seen one. I'm hoping next week I'll get to see one in person. Hopefully they'll have a Tremor one there. Right? Cross our fingers. But don't know. All we know is that the interior is going to have some orange accents. Orange stitching, orange Tremor lettering on the backrest, embroidering probably, and then the Lariat will be leather with that. And they did show black on the Lariat with the Tremor embroidering, so I'm assuming maybe on the XLT will be also black seats and black interior. I'm not sure. We'll have to see that order guide. How do I know if my dealer did COVP correctly? You have to call them and ask to see the proof. So they can show you a screenshot of the approval. They can also show you a copy of the original email that came from Ford as an approval. So I actually am working with, for all my orders that I plan to be putting in, the person that puts in the orders, when she gets the email back, she knows any of the ones for my order numbers, she forwards on to me. So we've started that process. So now when Maverick hits, I'm going to get those, and what I'm doing for our customers here is I'm sending them a copy of their order sheet. Of course, I need to get that signatured. I'm also going to send them a copy of the COVP sheet when we get that, or I mean the DORA sheet when we get that. I'm also sending a copy of the email of the COVP approval to them. If I miss that email and she doesn't send it to me, then I'm going to send them a screenshot of that. So that's something that I do without even asking, because it's something I mention in my videos. And so if I can't do that myself, I shouldn't be asking other dealers to do it. So, but anyway, I got a system there that'll go out, and that's why it's going to be done. So nice checklist for me. So hopefully they can do the same thing. I live in Southern California. I ordered a Maverick XLT hybrid on 11/15 through my local dealer. Can I change my order to McArthur for 23 model year? Have you done a video on this subject? So you cannot just transfer the order over to us. Once that order, what's going to happen is when that order 22 is unscheduled and ready to flip that over to 23, they're going to duplicate it within that dealer's ordering system. So it'll become a 23 order in their system, and that order can't be transferred to us. So what you can do is cancel the order with them, order with us, but then it'll be a new 23 order. But the private offer that you'll get because you had a 22 order will stay with you, even if you order through us. So that's how that would work. If you want to keep your place in line, you need to stay with your dealer. If you don't care about that and you just want to, because, hey, maybe the dealership's not doing things right or whatever, or they're marking up, then go with another dealer or us. and you'll still, that private offer will still go to you. All right, EMGT 302. All right, just want to thank you for a member package I received in the mail. Much appreciated. Oh, thank you. Much appreciated for you being a member. All right, congrats, Dad. Thank you very much. Looking forward to it. Got a lot going on next week. Got wedding coming on this weekend. Got the show going on. Hopefully next week we'll start being able to order. We'll have to see. So we hope, because according to the service fleet bulletin, it says Maverick, where was that? Maverick is slated for 9:15 according to this. So we'll see if that holds true. We'll have to tell. I don't know. Time will tell. So I don't know if that's accurate, because some of the vehicles it's not always accurate. So sometimes it's later. So we'll just have to see, because I think even on Bronco up here, it shows Bronco being 8/29, and that's not true. So so I'm not 100% counting on that. So they did say mid-September, so we'll just have to see. All right. So Kirby said, "Hey Tim, I have a build date of September 10th for my Ranger. Awesome. When should I be able to see my window sticker?" Any day now. You should be able to see it now. So yeah, you should be able to see it anytime now, as long as that build date didn't move back on you. I'll have to throw that out there as a bummer. Neil said, McArthur, last question. If I order from McArthur, how does a courtesy delivery to a local Northeast dealer work? Do I have to pay the local dealer a fee? Yes, either you or us. So what we've done in some of those situations is we do a special delivery that will pay up to $1,000 of your delivery cost if you finance with us. We'll do the same thing if it's a drop ship. If you finance with us, we'll pay for that drop ship fee up to $1,000. So like Hawaii, it's like $1,600. So we pay for the first $1,000 of that, and the customer will throw the rest of that into the price of their vehicle, and that's how we take care of that. So, but yes, typically we would do that. So what we usually do is we have you do everything, and we pay the dealer. So if they're gonna, let's say they charge us $500 for that courtesy delivery to the dealership there, then we go ahead and pay for we'll pay them the $500, so that you don't have to deal with paying them. You just go there and pick up your keys, and then you leave, because that's about all they want to do. And then we'll take care of that. We'll pay them, and then we'll just have you pay us in a sense. So yeah, we can throw that in your car deal, however you want to do it with your financing. But basically, you'll be buying the car from us, just picking it up from them. And on that case, we will have to try to find a dealer in your area that will do a courtesy delivery. You'd be surprised. There are a lot of dealers. I didn't think it was a big deal. We do them here, but there are a lot of dealers that don't do them. They just refuse. So, especially if McArthur calls them. But we just have to tell. A lot of times we'll call them and say, hey, we got a customer that moved into your area, that is ordering with us. Can we do a drop ship there? Will you do that? And how much is it going to cost? And we'll just see. Usually, if a dealership has a fleet salesperson like we do here, then usually that person does a courtesy delivery for them. So, anyway. All right. Any other questions? Am I caught up? Did I miss any questions? If I missed any questions, tag out McArthur, and I want to make sure I answer those questions for you. Still got a few people in here. Nice to see. Anything else? No other questions. I think I covered everything today. How much of a G Fuel stockpile do you have? You're going to need it for the next few weeks. Actually, I had another shipment show up today. All the ones that I ordered for the event, we had a bunch left over, and so we're finally actually through those. I think this is I have one left after this, but just ordered a couple others. A new flavor. I'm waiting to taste that one, so we'll have that one. And I only drink like 2 a week, to be honest. I usually don't drink them most of the time during the day. and they do actually keep me up. So like when I get off the live stream, if I'm drinking one during the live stream, and I'm still drinking at 9 o'clock. When I get home, I'm not going to bed before midnight. I mean, it's I got late, and then tomorrow it's like a short night, and so I typically will not drink these except for just to kind of keep my stamina up to get through the live streams tonight and Thursday nights. But other than that, I usually don't drink one, maybe on the weekend. But the kids do, so they'll have one. The wife will have them sometimes at school. She's got to get through that 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock lull at the school with the kids, right? Keep your energy up when you're working with them. Do you feel at the wedding? Actually, I might need one. We're having an evening wedding, so I definitely might need that. So, all right, Wes said, any change of the Lightning XLT being sold out like the Pro? I don't know if it's sold out. We'll have to see. We have 9 people that are going to go in tomorrow, and they're going to get an invite. So I guess tomorrow we'll probably see. So check the Lightning forums, check the Lightning Facebook groups, and I'm sure we'll see some posts. If the XLT is sold out, it's going to get on social media. If I see it, I'll post it on my Twitter account, so make sure you see that. And I don't actually advertise that much, but I do have a Linktree account right there below my logo up there above the agenda. That's where you can see me, find me on social media. So I'll be posting it if I find out tomorrow. Definitely get that and let you guys know that. I sure hope not. I mean, XLT, like for us, XLT F-150 is like our #1 seller. I would hate to see the XLT sell out like this and making people go up to Lariat and Platinum. I think it's just an injustice. I just think it's hopefully Ford's not selling out the XLT that quickly like they did in 22. I don't know. I think when they looked at it, they tried to like ask people out there which of the trims they would look at getting, and they really said most people said Lariat was the one that most people desired and wanted. And so that's what they're going to make the most of. But I think, I could see if they're selling out of the Pro because they want to save some pros for the fleet companies. That makes some sense to me. I think their main goal was the Pro version was going to be more what they wanted the contract workers and the people out there working the job sites for them to be able to order. So I think maybe they're saving some pros for fleet businesses and fleet companies. Is my thinking, is what they're doing. So hopefully XLT doesn't sell out in wave 3. We'll just have to wait and see. We'll find out tomorrow. If you have a Lightning reservation with a dealer and they change ownership, will that reduce the allocations and your odds for getting an order invite? It should not. We see this happen a lot of bigger dealerships buying up smaller dealerships. That shouldn't have an issue or a bearing there, but what's a great thing is you can transfer your Lightning reservation. Can't change your order, but you can transfer your reservation. Whoa. Great question though. All right. Okay, I'm missing something here. All right, did I miss some? I think I missed some questions. All right. How are you doing today? I'm good. All right. Any change? Anybody saw Pro? I think I answered that. How much longer for Maverick to turn to a 23 order? I think it's going to be soon. I think they're trying to finish up this week with scheduling out the 22s, finishing out, build out was what they call it. So I can see that getting transferred over real soon, possibly next week. That's, again, my guess. I have no confirmation. That is not any information I got from the brand manager. Just want to throw that out there. It's just, that's my gut, and that's my thinking, just based on if they do want to open up mid-September for 23 orders, they're probably wanting to finish those up so they can transfer those orders over before they start taking orders. So they have to have the 22 orders converted into the system as a 23 order before they take and open the order bank. So keep that in mind. So I think that's going to happen before they open up the order bank. So I really think it's probably going to be, if not next week, the week after. So, all right, Martin said, if you have a lightning reservation with a dealer and they change owner. Okay, I answered that. So there's the question I was looking for. There's Charles. A dealer said they cannot add the trailer hitch receiver to my scheduled order. Can that be added at the dealer? Yes. Yeah. Most of the only time that you see that anything that can be added is the hitch receiver and 4-pin wiring can be added to any of the Mavericks. The 5-pin or the 7-pin wiring cannot, because there's, I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago and I've already forgotten about it. There's something that has to do with the trailer brake controller in there, and that was just part of the 4K tow package. But if you don't have that, you just want to add the hitch and the receiver, then yes, they should be able to do that. Okay, hi Tim. For Edge ST, can performance package be ordered without summer tires? I don't believe so. Oh, that's a great question. Let me go to the order guide. That is one that I haven't gone through yet. Edge. This might take me a little while. ST. All right, so the standard tires are all season 20-inch, are all season tires. You ask about the tires or the wheels. Which I like to order with the summer without summer tires. So the standard is the all season tires. They won't be the summer tires. So yes, so you can order it that way. And then, but you asked the performance package. Where's that at? The ST performance brake package is going to come with summer only tires. I'm assuming that's the package you're talking about. So yep, summer only tires. When you go to the 21-inch wheels, because even as optional equipment on that, if you don't go to that performance package and you want to add the gloss black 21s, they come also with a summer only tire too. So oh, but it does say included in the ST performance package, so they make you get that too. So yep. So when you go, see a typo in here. It said brake. They spelled brake wrong. All right. So okay, I just scrolled up to try to grab the cursor and bring it down slowly, and it doesn't work. All right, Tim, I had asked earlier and noticed in a Maverick Tremor video there was no engine start stop button, but the gear shifter does. By the gear shifter, does it look like Tremor won't have it? I would be surprised if it does, because on the Ranger, they actually took off the auto start stop. They did a removal on all of them except for the Tremor. They made the auto start stop there on the Tremors. So I would think they're going to do the same thing on Maverick. But until we see the order guide, don't know. Alan, there you go. Sarah, good job. Any other questions? If not, I'm going to call it a night if that's all right with you guys. So again, thank you guys so much. I think this actually went pretty good. I usually have a Stream Deck that helps me do everything here, and for some reason the plugin's not working with OBS. If anybody out there knows the solution to that, I welcome that. Email me, timothybarts@gmail.com. I'd love to get that. I'll do a little research. I should not have updated my OBS before making sure and checking everything and reading everything, but so anyway, so thank you guys so much for joining me. Of course, hopefully you guys are all subscribed. I'm sure if you're still watching, you probably are. Thank you to the members that are in there. I really appreciate you guys. We're going to start a new video this week for the members. So as I mentioned, a lot of people like that idea, so we'll be having that too. So for members, be looking for that Thursday, probably Thursday, because I'm off Friday. So I'll try to do that before I leave Thursday for you guys. And otherwise, don't forget, I'll be on the live stream on Facebook on Thursday night. Link is in the description. Plus, other links are down there too. So thank you so much. Be looking for some of our other videos. I'll try to kick those out as fast as I can the next 2 days. Sarah will be off Friday and Saturday as well, so neither one of us will be around. So if you're going to try to reach out to us Friday, Saturday, we won't have, we will not be here at the dealership, so we'll have to get back to you next Monday. So beware of that for anyone trying to get a hold of us, but we'll be on it as soon as we can. So again, thank you guys so much for joining on the live stream tonight. Don't forget, if you want to listen to the replay, you can find it on your favorite podcasting platforms out there in your apps. Check that out. And if you're listening along, come on over and join us on Tuesday nights on the YouTube channel. If you're listening to this podcast and you have not joined us on a live stream, it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of things going on the chat here that you're missing out on. It's a fun group. I appreciate you guys there in the chat. I know you guys have a lot of fun while I'm rambling on and talking about different things. So appreciate the members that are in there and everybody else that's keeping that chat going, because this live stream wouldn't be what it is without everybody that's coming in. So I appreciate you guys for that. And other than that, I think that's all I have. So you guys have a great evening. We'll see you guys either on one of our videos that goes live here soon, or Thursday night, or we'll see you guys next week. Have a great week. Thanks.